Hey guys, my name is Tito, and unless you've been living under a rock, you would know that the Game of Thrones spin-off House of the Dragon has officially started. But what you may not know is that it's streaming legitimately on Showmax. Now the season is already well underway, but I want to recap the first 2 episodes of the current season. Basically, House of the Dragon is about the Targaryen family and how they fight amongst themselves for who should rule Westeros and the 7 Kingdoms. In episode 1, titled Heirs of the Dragon, it's almost 200 years before the birth of Daenerys Targaryen. I hope you remember who she is from Game of Thrones. Anyway, this guy, King Viserys, he's the ruler of Westeros. He's the king, right? And his succession is in question because while he actually has a daughter, he needs a son to pass the crown on to. Now, his wife is actually pregnant and she does have a son, but neither the son nor the mother survive because there's some gruesome stuff that happens, along the way. So as it stands, next in line to the throne is the current heir, the king's younger brother, a real a-hole, Prince Daemon Targaryen. Incidentally, Prince Daemon offends the king and the king appoints a new heir, his daughter, Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen. Now this is a shock to everyone because a woman has never been made heir and a woman has never sat on the throne of Westeros to rule over the 7 kingdoms. Now here are my thoughts. I think many of us were surprised at how good this new show is and how well constructed episode 1 was. Because with the way that Game of Thrones ended in 2019, many people had sworn off anything remotely connected to Game of Thrones. I know I did, right? But we're here now, 3 years later, really enjoying this show because it's so well constructed. The characters are so well thought out, the dialogue is great, the VFX are okay, and I think the real thing that stood out in episode 1 was the acting, especially from the actors that played King Viserys, Prince Daemon, and Princess Rhaenyra. And if Prince Daemon looks familiar to you, that's because you've seen him somewhere earlier this year. The actor Matt Smith, who plays Prince Daemon, he was the villain in the vampire superhero movie Morbius a few months ago. Now, before I recap episode 2, I want to tell you guys a couple of things that you probably don't know about Showmax. For the longest time, I thought that Showmax was the online extension or the app version of DSTV. It's not. Showmax is a streaming platform and it's its own thing. You don't need a DSTV decoder or a DSTV subscription to enjoy Showmax. When I learned this, boom, my mind was blown because I'd been missing out. Showmax is the home of HBO content in Africa, first and exclusive international series, popular movies, premium documentaries, and the best kids shows. Not just from Nigeria, not just from the African continent, but from all across the globe. Like House of the Dragon, which arguably is the hottest TV show in the world right now. See what I did there? Dragon, hottest? Anyway guys, don't carry last like me. Sign up for premium entertainment by visiting www.showmax.com to start enjoying Showmax today. Now in episode 2, titled The Rogue Prince, it's been around 6 months since the queen has passed and there's mounting pressure on the king to take on a new wife who can hopefully produce for him a male child to succeed him, right? Now this cantankerous fellow, Lord Corlys, and his wife, Princess Rhaenys, have suggested that the king marry their daughter, their 12-year-old daughter. Yeesh. However, the king has his eyes on someone else, Alicent Hightower, the daughter of the Hand of the King, because he's been spending time with her and, she's grown on him, so to speak. The challenge is Alicent is actually close friends with the king's daughter, Princess Rhaenyra, who is currently the heir to the throne. So you see how that's a problem there. And in other gist, Prince Daemon, who has taken refuge in Dragonstone, came back, stole a dragon egg under the pretense that he needs it because he's going to have a son real soon or something like that. But his real intention was to lure the king to Dragonstone so that he could defeat him there. And then there was also a side issue of some dissidents tampering with Lord Corlys' shipping business, which caused Lord Corlys to get into an alliance with Prince Daemon so that he could help him, seeing that King Viserys didn't want to do anything about it for the fear of a war breaking out. Episode 2 was really good. I liked how they showed how the king is struggling between managing his personal life and ruling the kingdom at the same time. They might as well have called this episode Heavy is the Head That Wears the Crown, right? And I like how things are deteriorating in the Targaryen family, which is leading them ultimately to the civil war that we know is going to happen. But my favorite scene in episode 2 was the showdown at Dragonstone, when Rhaenyra swoops in and, saves the day just as, swords are drawn and things are about to go down between Otto Hightower and his men and Prince Daemon and his men, the Red Cloaks, I believe they're called. And yes, what exactly is the deal between Princess Rhaenyra and Prince Daemon? There seems to be like some steamy dynamic going on there, which is weird because they are uncle and niece. So I'm really looking forward to getting to the bottom of that. And there are so many other questions too that are causing me to look forward to future episodes, like will Alicent bear the king a son? Will Prince Daemon vacate Dragonstone as he's been told to do? There are just so many questions that I have which are causing me to look forward to future episodes of House of the Dragon. Anyway, I'll definitely be watching the show every week, and you can as well on Showmax, where House of the Dragon is streaming 24/7 and where brand new episodes drop every Monday, the same time as when they drop in the United States on Sunday nights. You can also watch all the seasons of Game of Thrones on Showmax as well, so be sure to check that out. Remember, you can sign up for Showmax by visiting www.showmax.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it by clicking on the like button and subscribe to this channel as well by clicking on the red subscribe button. Finally, if you're watching House of the Dragon, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the show or who your favorite character is. Thanks once again, guys. Catch you in the next one.